Mark Morgan knows a lot about this subject. He ran Customs and Border Patrol under the previous president, President Obama, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Morgan, thank you very much for coming on. So Democrats are demanding that ICE cap bed space in the interior of the country, not the borders, in the center of the country, to 16,500 a year. If that were to happen, what would it mean?
So what that is that's a significant step towards really abolishing ICE via the checkbook. And there's actually two elements to their plan. They want to actually reduce overall bed space for ICE and then cap the interior enforcement. So basically, we already know that if you're a child or a family unit, you're going to be allowed in this country. That's catch and release 1.0. This will virtually mean catch and release 2.0. Common sense, right? As bed space goes down, illegal immigration goes up. ICE, Border Patrol turns everybody we apprehend over to ICE. As the bed space goes down, that means they're going to have to release more individuals into the interior United States. That is catch and release 2.0. The other thing real quick, what that does is, from a common sense standpoint, that means that people here that are here illegally and have committed an additional crime and or charge of additional crime, ICE will be forced to release them.
So the argument you hear from Democrats is these people shouldn't have been arrested in the first place. The overwhelming majority of people arrested by ICE have done nothing wrong other than adding to our economy, and that it's bigoted to arrest them. What do the numbers tell us about that?
Completely false, and that's the question. So right now, ICE alone last year arrested, I think the number is well in excess of 120,000 individuals that are here illegally for an additional crime. Right now, the 45,000 that ICE has detained right now, 70 to 80% of them, almost, I think around 85% of them, have been convicted and or charged with another crime besides entering illegally. So that's a complete false narrative.
I think the number is 88%.
Yeah.
So that would mean, just to be completely clear, as a math question, if you capped bed space at the threshold they're calling for, by definition, you'd be releasing criminals into the population.
That's correct. Right now, if you do the math, immediately, if this bill passed, they would have to probably release about 8,000 individuals, criminal aliens. And it's not the crime of illegally entering. This is crimes in addition to that.
So what percentage of those show back up for their hearings, would you say?
Minuscule.
None.
Right.
The number is 3%, we checked, and I think those people wandered in by accident. So basically, you're suspending the rule of law for a large group of people who've been charged with or convicted of crime.
That's right. You're reducing the bed space. Illegal immigration is increasing. The numbers will show that. And so more people are going to be released into the interior United States, and they're telling ICE they can't enforce that and actually go and get them. What we've created here is a sanctuary country. That's where we're headed.
So is there any sheriff's organization, Border Patrol organization, law enforcement organization that supports this idea?
I don't know of one.
So where did this come from? And what's the point of it? I mean, what would be the goal of this?
The goal, and this has been tough for me to get to, and I don't say this with ease, but this is pure identity politics. I can draw no other conclusion from this last-minute stunt that it's insane, Tucker. So it's got to be driven by identity politics, and I really think the ultimate goal is open borders.
It seems that way. Mr. Morgan, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Tucker.